All right, guys, good evening. Masal Khair, Musa Saudi here, welcoming you back. So, back on the subject. Subject today is definitely aviation. We're looking at design features. Today, we're going to be looking at Fokker 100. Somebody was like, you know what? You haven't put a video on Fokker. And Fokker it's a big name. It's Dutch, or actually Netherlands, kind of wrap everything up. So, Fokker 100. So the Fokker 100, it's from the original design of the F-28 Fellowship. You can see the design is basically the same. The only thing when we increase size of an aircraft from a Fokker 2870-100, these are larger. These are the largest. The only thing we do is we fit a bubble, so we expand these areas. So there are two areas we can expand is here and here, so that we maintain this position there and also the engine. Though the engine will be larger, but they're still all Rolls-Royce. We got the Rolls-Royce T. These are about 20,000 pounds of thrust with a turbo. It's a turbofan actually. And you can see those are the reverse thrusters. So we have the bucket. So they open up and divert the hot gases roughly 135 degrees. Mostly effective at the initial stage of landing. So to be effective when wheels touch down, they should be deployed so that the forward true airspeed, the airflow meets this. So it's going to act like a wall coming against to slow it down. That's what we're looking at. And you see the feature here, Fokkers have maintained, this is not really a beaver tail, but we have an air brake here, hydraulically operated. Has two positions, we got 30 and 60. Maximum is, actually you can employ up to 190 knots at 60 degrees. But the maximum will be 330 knots roughly at 30 degrees. So those are your limits. Also, we have a partial dorsal. So this was very popular here so that we don't make the bladder. By the way, it's pretty small. It's pretty small. It's almost the width. It's almost 1.25 here. Other aircraft is 1.5 and 2. So when you see this proportion versus the height of the fuselage, it doesn't really have a problem with yaw when you have an engine out. So VMCG is fairly controlled with an engine out because the engine is at the fuselage, so we don't have that large, let me say, lateral input or directional input, because it's very close to the center of gravity because it's inboard. So it's just a distance from here, and the attachment point definitely is less than a meter, which is definitely good. For other aircraft, we're looking at placement of the engine on the wing is between 20 and 40. So you may find the Airbus A380, the outboard engines at 40% wingspan. So another thing you realize when you're designing these aircraft, I tried it and it does work. You start with the aft. So when you're drawing this aircraft, you start from the aft. All right. So it's very popular those days. Imagine drawing from aft. It's kind of like telling someone to draw a human being from the feet. We are usually prone to draw from the head. So this one I tried here and works perfect. You can see the wing there. It's a bit aft because of the weight of the engine, two engines, so a lot of weight is shifting aft. So it's creating a kind of nose up. So we have to move the wing aft. And you can see the wing, and at the angle of attack, we have a wake. So these are danger. So at some point we had to tilt. You see this engine is tilted because we don't want that wake being ingested. And also it's slightly tilted so that we have, let me say, nose down. This aircraft has a high nose up. So you want nose up and kind of, okay. So that nose down so that we can increase longitudinal stability on this end. And that's the cockpit. So cockpit has really never changed. You look at the Fokker F-28, Fokker 50, Fokker 70s. And then the props is slightly longer. But same thing with Boeing. You look at a 7277 or 7737, the nose is basically the same. So it's like I take half of the aircraft and then I redesign to become another aircraft. So that's a genius way of designing an aircraft instead of coming in new designs. So remember again, aircraft design, we don't really want a new design. Just bring an existing and then improve. The days of new designs, I'm telling you, it's over. Yes, we do have new designs coming up, but some of the designs I've seen, I think it's just too much overboard. So me, I'm looking at this is what we need to improve on. So I'm looking at the next time Fokker 100 releases, it's just going to be based on this. We're still going to have a tail mounted here. And then you can see the slick has been maintained always. So these are signature of Fokker. Can actually see. So we have an ellipse. So an ellipse here also, we're kind of trying to reduce the vortex. There's also induced drag at this portion here, especially when at high angles, high yaw angles. And this is your end plate. So your vertical fin and rudder becomes more effective. If it's more effective, it means that we don't really need to have such a huge uh, vertical fin. So that's it, guys. Tell me what you think. Fokker 100. All right, guys. Next time. Adios.